spoiled treat, Astros, with your fucking metabolism.
Yeah, you fucking kid metabolism. You eat
Fucking
anything you want,
metabolism.
you piece of
Eating
shit.
your fucking food in front of us. I don't even
Yeah.
drink and I'm still fat. What the
I'm
fuck
on
is
an
up with
all
that?
water diet.
Oh
I'm
my
fat.
god.
Drink some Kool-Aid
The
there,
fuck?
skinny kid. Don't worry about the kidney stones you'll develop later in life. Anyway,
Should we shotgun this at the start of the episode?
it just started. Hey everybody, welcome to episode 240 of League of Legends Anonymous podcast. It is I, your host, high energy Wise Papa Smurf here. Ah! And and with me tonight, we got a 4-man episode because I just did like carryover from the last episode where nobody showed up and brought everybody on this time. With me tonight, you may remember him from a long ass time ago. TL Double Sniff. What's up, Double?
We're gonna come into the league. We're gonna do the rep. We're gonna win the election. Hi,
With me as
energy
well, Killsville.
Hey, what's up, fellas?
And last but not least, the kid with the metabolism. Doesn't have to worry about kidney stones or old man illnesses. Does
Drinking
have to worry.
Windex.
Does have
Drinking
to
a
pick
whole
out
bottle of Windex. Look at that shit.
Does have to pick out a butt cheek for his Lola tattoo. Astros BK, Uncle Astros, Uncle Stros, Ass Uncle BK. What up, man?
You know, I do have old man problems. So I went to the eye doctor recently.
Oh God, don't patronize us, man.
And it turns
Don't
out
make up stuff to make us feel
I'm not.
good.
I have the paperwork right here.
Tell
Do
us
you
about
still
your
have
hemorrhoid.
both of your eyes? Then you do not have problems,
Hold on.
son.
Hold on. I have bilateral blepharitis.
Oh shit! No, that's no joke.
And that's only
What
supposed to be
is
an
that?
older
You act like that's a serious condition. It probably
Sounds
means he
made
got
up to
dirt
me.
in his left
Alright,
eye
right.
or something.
You see that lump?
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta get it removed.
Boo.
Okay.
Damn.
It's gonna be
That's
pretty
it.
lit. So what's gonna happen? They're gonna take it and they're gonna flip my eyelid inside out. and-
Hell, like in third grade when you wanted to gross out all the girls.
Well, I could never do it because I
Neither
don't
could
like
I.
anything touching my face, let alone
All right.
my eyes.
So Astros, let me relax you with a story
Ooh.
that,
Hold on.
from my
Okay.
life
Ooh.
around when I was your age,
Is this
and
the
I
one
got
I
eye
gave up?
surgery because that happened. I got LASIK, right? And you
I
may
got LASIK.
Yeah, you may remember LASIK. It's like a really, really fast surgery, and it's just
Killer.
over, right? It's easy, right? So I go to get LASIK done. We go to Tulsa, Oklahoma, and that was the cutting edge for LASIK back in the day because
That's just
Kansas
what they told
City,
you.
yeah, Kansas City, that shit was expensive. You go to Tulsa, it's like back alley LASIK. You're in and out, lifetime guarantee
right.
and everything. So
That's what Oklahoma is to the Midwest. is
yeah,
like,
no, Oklahoma, as Ponderous Sea Lion could tell you from driving through it, is literally a dumpster, and like, you
It's
know,
even shaped like one.
Tulsa is like the rat king of the dumpster. So anyway, I go to Tulsa, I sit down in the waiting room, and for all of you who don't know, LASIK eye surgery is like a 10-minute surgery. It's super fast. So they have
Longest
tons of
10 minutes of your life.
Yeah,
But
wait,
10
no.
minutes.
They got tons of people, and it's like a waiting. Like you go in, you get an eye scan done, and then they sit you down in this waiting room. It's like a big ass rectangular room, and it's got seats like lined up all the way along the wall, and then there's a door right at the end of the seats, right? And then what happens is somebody will get up and walk in the door. It's their turn, and then everybody scoots down one seat, right? And so you just kind of move over until it's your turn, and then you go. And I was the last guy before lunch, so there's nobody to my right. It's just the room is getting less and less people, and it's just me on the end. And I noticed that, like, when you're 3 seats from going, a nurse comes out and, like, hands you a little, like, plastic thing with pills in it. And they're like, here's your pills. Have a good surgery. All right. Here's some water. Here's some pills. Drink that up. You'll be up in a couple. And I was like, okay, that's whatever. And I get up, and I'm like the third guy to go. And then we all scoot over, and I'm the second guy to go. And the nurse doesn't come back out. And I'm like, where the fuck are my pills? Everybody else got pills. Should I be getting pills?
Oh shit!
And I'm like,
you didn't get the pills.
I didn't get the pills. So the nurse doesn't come back out because they don't have anybody else to give pills to. Whoops. And so I wait and they call me in. I'm like, hey, before we go, everyone else got pills. I didn't get pills. Right? And they're like, oh, you didn't? No? Well, you're the last guy before lunch, so we got to go. Here, take these pills now. I'm like, that's not how pills work. Like, pills don't work that fast. You can't do that. They're like, no, man, it's a very easy surgery. You'll be fine. You know, just
They
chill.
should have pulled out a mirror, a razor blade, and a straw.
Yeah, I was like, crush that shit up. I'm gonna rub it on my
Jesus
gums.
Christ.
I'm ready to go. Like, no, like, calm down. So, like, I get in there, and it's this chair that looks like, I don't know, like, kind of like this chair. I mean, it's just kind of like a normal chair, but it's like a dentist chair. Yeah, like a dentist chair. And it's got
Except
the
for your
arms.
rivals.
Yeah, it's got the arms thing on it, and I sit down like this, and I'm like, okay, and they're like, are you cool? Are you relaxed right now? And I'm like, I mean, not really, but kind
Don't
of.
ever ask me that.
And I was like, I don't know, did they tell you I didn't get the pills? And the guy's like, yeah, no, you're great. You're great. And I'm like, no amount of reassurance is going to calm me down right now, Chief. But okay, we're good. And he's like, all right, now here's what we're going to do. Like, you see that box hanging over your head? And there's like this big kind of square box. I mean, I imagine when you said LASIK that it's going to be shaped like a Moonraker laser, you know, like a stick with like a dot on the end of it and like rings going up of it, but it's not. It's just like a box. And the box is a triangle with 3 little lights on it. And the guy's like, okay, what I want you to do is we're going to cover up your left eye so it doesn't accidentally get lasered. And then we're going to do your right eye. And I'm like, accidentally get lasered? Like, what? Okay, let's do that. So they cover this eye up and they put a bunch of shit over it and they tape it all shut. And that's good. And the guy's like, okay, and now we're going to cut over. He's like, now they're like built like a train track kind of thing that went over my eye.
Mhm.
Like Geordie LaForge, right? But only half of my face. And
Okay.
then the guy's like, okay, we've got the system set up. Now this thing's going to go. We're going to put some drops in your eye. These are numbing drops. And, you know, you just won't feel a thing. And I'm like, okay. And he's like, and so now we're going to begin cutting open your eye. And I'm like, what?
Oh, they didn't tell me anything. They just did the shit. I was
Well,
so glad.
yeah, you had the fucking pills. They were
No,
like
they
trying to
kept
calm
me
me
in
down.
the dark. I was happy about that. Tell me nothing.
So I'm like, oh God, oh God, oh God. And this thing's like you feel a pressure, and it's like a little razor blade thing that goes like this on a train track. So it's like this, and gradually it's just sawing open my eye. And I am sober. I am stone sober. And the problem is, I now have so much adrenaline in my body that I can't get unsober.
Yeah.
Right? Like, adrenaline is taken over. I am in fight or flight. And I'm literally suppressing that to just try to lay as still as I can because my thought is that if I move, I will be blind. Right? Like,
Well, in one eye, you know.
yeah, it's just one. I mean, you
This
can
is
go
one.
by. Pirates did it for years. So I'm laying there and I'm like literally frozen in terror, right? And all of a sudden the guy's like, okay, that's great. Now we'll fold back your eye. And they cut a flap and then they fold it back. And then the world loses everything but color, right? And color, there's no shapes. Everything just explodes into like various different cacophonies of color. And the more color, the more everything kind of just turns blobs, right? So it's really hard to explain because you can't imagine completely blurred vision until you have it, but it's terrifying. And so they do that, and they're like, okay, you're doing great. Are you feeling all right? And I'm like, I literally can't move. I can't talk. I'm so scared. And I'm laying there, and I'm like, okay, let it be over, hurry up, let it be over. And they're like, all right, I want you to look at this dot. And I'm like, I can't see what dot you're talking about. Everything just looks like a blob of color. And they're like, you're doing great, you're doing great. And then I'm like, what is that smell? It smells like burning hair.
Yep.
Oh my god, that is my eyeball. They're burning my eyes. Ah! Worst part was, I mean, after all that's done, and they just fold down the flap and they brush it over, they spray a bunch of drops in your
They
eyes,
just put the brush on it.
and then they're just like, there you go.
They based it like a fucking chicken breast on
Yeah,
a
they
Memorial Day
really
grill.
do. And they're
all
like,
they
there you
fucking
go, it'll
That's
heal.
garlic butter.
They're like,
right
you're
there.
good. And then they squirt a bunch of shit in your eye, and it looks like you're underwater. And then they put the bandage shit on this eye. I was like, oh my god, oh, that was terrifying. Oh shit, they're building the track on my left eye. And it's the worst because you know everything that's coming before it happens. So I got to live like the terror of every event in anticipation and then it happening again. You know, it was literally the worst experience. After I my hands were like this, like clenched to my chair the whole time. And the guy's like, you did great, man. You moved less than anybody has ever moved. Like, not even one. Oh, I forgot the best part. Whenever they cut into my guy, or to my eyes the first time, the guy goes, we got a bleeder. Like, I can't scream, but I wanted to scream, but I couldn't because I was too afraid. And he's like, "Oh, we got a bleeder," and I'm like, "Ah!" And it turns out, kids, that if you leave your contacts in too long, your eyeballs grow blood vessels into your eye. So whenever you get LASIK, you're a bleeder. It doesn't actually do anything, except announcing it to me out loud does a lot, right? So
Thanks for tuning into the Medical Horror Podcast.
yeah,
I would like to say, anybody, this is your first podcast. Bear with us.
yeah, bear with us. This isn't usual.
Bear with us.
So I get up after the surgery. He's like, "How do you feel?" And I'm like, "I feel poof,"
Yep.
and just collapse onto the floor because the adrenaline wore off at the
Or the
exact
pills hit.
same time that the pills hit.
Yeah.
And then I didn't give a shit about anything. Like, the guy could have been like, hey, you came for LASIK, we cut off your arm. I'd be like, go try again. I got 2 arms. We're good.
Can't miss the second time.
Yeah, you'll be all right, man. It's the eyes, though. They're up here.
My
You know,
eyes are up here.
That, like, and the weird part was, like, they tell you, like, leave your eyes closed for a whole however long. Don't do that. Ever.
They give you the plastic discs.
Yeah, they gave me like the Terminator sunglasses as well. Like,
Oh, I had to have plastic discs like over my eyes when I
oh
slept.
no,
So,
that's like
you'll
real
rub 'em.
medicine. This is Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Good
They're
Lord.
like, here's some T3 sunglasses. Have fun.
Oh,
and
they
so-
gave me some plastic shits.
Yeah, I went out with those like '90s baseball pitcher sunglasses. You know, the real angular ones that like cover.
The
your whole face.
Bosworth, Brian Bosworth
Yeah.
shades. Speaking
So-
of Oklahoma,
I could read speed limit signs on the way home because, of course, I opened my eyes because I got curious. But it works like instantly. It's
Yeah.
crazy. So the other thing that they don't tell you is that after LASIK, your eyes will fall in and out of focus while they heal and adjust, right?
Yeah.
And I went
the
skiing.
halos.
Yeah, I went skiing like 8 weeks later, right? And I took a bad spill, like water skiing, right? And I ended up landing face first in the water. And when I came out of the water, everything was blurry. And I was like, oh my God, I ruined my eyes. I'm going to be blind. Oh shit. That lasted for like 15 minutes. And that was terrifying. The whole fucking experience. So the long story short is
This
don't
is
go
not
to
short.
Tulsa,
This is just
Oklahoma.
long story.
No, this
Long
is
story
like
long.
this is the moral of the story. Is like don't go to Tulsa, Oklahoma for anything. There's never a reason to go there.
Well, on that note, there was like a period in which I had migraines for 28 days straight, and it was fucking horrible. It was horrible. And I'm at work. I was still in school. I was a senior. And I'm at school, and then after school, I was in a co-op program through tech school. So I'd leave school, and then I'd go to work for like 5 or 6 hours. And I'm in the middle of running my machine, and like my head starts getting even worse. And then everything just kind of molds into this big blob, and I'm like, I guess I just can't see now. So here I worked like 45 minutes away from my house, and I'm like sitting at work waiting for my dad to come pick me up so he can take me to the hospital, find out why my eyes aren't working. That was fucking scary.
Well, why was it? Was it this
It was 'cause
lump
of the
thing you had to get
migraines.
taken out, or?
No, it was because of my migraines.
Yikes.
Well, that's just a sad story. There's no like punchline to that at all.
Well,
I just-
I got taken to the hospital. They like called me back, and then I don't remember anything after that. I just remember waking up with like an IV in my arm, and then I could like kind of see again. It was pretty lit.
And them saying, "We got another bleeder."
We got a bleeder. Oh, that
No,
was
they
the
just-
worst.
They
It's
just
fucking
pumped me
insane.
through like a bunch of like painkillers. They also put a shot in my butt.
Nice. Where the tattoo's gonna go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like,
Marking that turf.
they're like, yeah, we tried to give him a shot, but we couldn't find an unshot part of his butt. It's like a minefield down there.
Yeah. This ass tattoo will not look realistic. Disclaimer.
So
It's not
okay,
even
so
an ass tattoo.
we came talking about League. That's what we're doing.
Did we?
Yeah,
Did
we're
we?
supposed to do
Oh,
that.
shit, I'm on the wrong episode.
Yeah.
My bad.
This has been Eye Surgery Anonymous podcast. So
Yo,
anyway,
low
came
key,
talking
I'm
about
really
League.
nervous about getting this thing taken out.
What, the eyeball thing?
Hey,
Yeah.
just make sure they
Yeah,
take you
what
the
could
fucking
go
pills.
wrong?
Just take the fucking pills.
Take the pills
Yeah,
Take the fucking
beforehand.
pills.
Make sure they give you the pills. That's all you got to do. Then you
It's
don't
just
care about
Xanax.
shit. You won't be
It's just
nervous about
fucking Xanax.
anything.
Hey, old school raver trick. Booty bump that shit. Just go to the bathroom, pluck it up, stick it in. Don't eat it. Just put it right in the back door.
Don't tell somebody old school raver tricks. Like that's the terrible idea. And by the way,
Booty bump it.
that's how a bunch of kids like died of alcohol overdose. Did you hear about the whole
I
like?
never told anybody to put a fifth of vodka up their asshole.
Well,
But
no, no,
Xanax or ecstasy?
no.
That's a
They
different tale, my friend.
they were taking tampons, soaking them, and then shooting them up their butts.
Well, yeah,
that's
it
like-
That's
gets
the problem
them
with the
drunk
tampon.
throughout the day. That was the point.
No, it
We need to get
doesn't.
a
It
we need to
absorbs
get
like
class action
almost
against Midol.
instantly into your butt because it
It
goes
does.
It
straight
doesn't
from low
all
intestine
process
to
it right away.
bloodstream. No, it
It
goes
bypasses
straight
your
into your
liver.
it goes straight
No,
into
I
your
know-
blood.
I know you get drunk faster, but it's better than butt chugging, you know?
Oh,
Take
I
your
get-
word for it.
okay.
Well, I'm underage. It's just what I've heard.
No, it's,
The
it's only
more
underage
you
drinking.
know.
Butt chucking underage is perfectly legal.
Throw a rainbow over that. This is our
That's what we need to do.
LOLA PSA. Like it's better than butt chugging.
with conflicting information from different age groups.
But Your Honor, my client wasn't drinking.
Did ya? He blew a 0.0. Did they blow his ass?
He farted a .15. He's
He
got to get an
farted.
interlock and fart into it before his car will start. Best episode ever.
So,
Do we even want to talk about League at this point?
So,
I
League of
do.
Legends.
I do. I
Okay.
have something to talk about.
So we have something to talk about today. This week, Zill is getting into a new champion, right? And I know a lot of
Yes.
people have suggested that we should cover what it's like or what to do when you're learning something new, because I want to switch. I want to change to a different style, different champion, different whatever. So, right off the top, Zill is now Vlad main. With-
Well, hold on.
with 5 games in.
5 games in. Yeah, so let me like start this off for you. So, I wanted to like try a new champion. I wanted something that was like kind of my play style as far as like mid lane mage, but like also radically different. Like I don't want to play the same control mage thing over and over again, because that's what I've been doing. And yeah, I feel like to be a better, more well-rounded player, that's what I need to focus on. Something a little bit different, a little outside of my comfort zone. But I don't play other champions, and I have not in fact, if you like look at the list of champions that I haven't played, it's more than not most of the champions in League of Legends. I am kind of an oddball in that way.
What do you mean, like 0 like mastery points is what you're talking about? Like
Yeah,
haven't
like
touched
none.
them at all?
There's like 40 champions I've never even logged in as to play, and I actually play ARAMs, so that shouldn't be a thing. but it is. So I don't play other champions. If they do come up and I play them, it's just because I played them in a round, and that's it.
Wait, hold on. Before I forget, we can get back to this because this is actually talking about League of Legends.
Jesus Christ!
But we've had some responses on the what movies should Zill actually watch now that he's watching movies and catching up. And the
I got your LaForge reference, by the way. I actually have seen Star Trek Next Generation.
I'm actually somewhat proud of you for that.
Thank you.
So
an ex-girlfriend is responsible for that.
Make it so.
Make it so.
Yes.
Engage.
Commander Riker, you have the bridge. So, anyway, the top comment from last week's YouTube video where I suggested we talk about movies that you need to catch up on and watch now that you're like what was the word? Englishman? What do the Irish call, or not the Irish?
They are the English.
What do the Irish call everything else?
We're English.
Everybody else. You know, like, do they call them the English? I thought they called them the English or the Americans or something. Like, I remember watching that.
Don't they call us Yanks?
Do they?
I think so. It's from
I'm
World War
looking at
II,
you
right?
as like the resident expert here. But
me?
Yeah.
I don't know. I was Amish, not Irish.
Who else?
That's why I said, no, not the Irish. I said the Amish. I fucked up when I said Irish. Yeah, I fucked up and I said, no, not Irish, Amish.
Okay.
But like, I was watching that, what was that show where the Amish people like leave Amish land and act
They
Lost.
leave Amish land.
The Wire.
That was it. It was an HBO special. No, it was the one.
Cat
It
House.
was on like Bravo or some shit. It was some terrible ass reality TV thing with Amish people,
Amish Mafia.
and they all end up dating. And then the joke of it was that these people that they pretended didn't know each other have known each other for like fucking years, and like two of them had been married before. And,
Okay.
like, it was all fucked up, but
Breaking Amish?
yes,
that is
that.
it.
What did they call people who weren't Amish?
I just Googled Amish TV show.
It was called Breaking
You
Amish.
should have Googled what do the Amish call the English.
Yeah, Google that.
Google that. Get on it, young whippersnapper. Put it in the Googler.
Put it in the Google. You gotta say the Google if you're
The
old.
Googler. Oh, he's really doing this.
Refer to non-Amish people as English.
English, yeah.
English. That's what I said. Okay, so I was right.
Look, I said that shit.
Thank you, Ask Jeeves. That's what we use still, right? Ask Jeeves. That's the search engine.
Ask Astros, apparently.
So, anyway, now that you are fully English, congratulations.
Thank
and the
Top of the morning.
The reported movies that you should be watching are Nicolas Cage movies. Any and all Nicolas Cage movies
Which we have
were thoroughly recommended. So
excellent T-shirt on the stream.
double wore that abortion right there, which is now banned in Alabama.
The fuck? Well, if that's only a sign of taste and decency being banned in fucking Alabama. That means I'm on the right track.
Everything awesome is banned in Alabama, so there you have it. It's an amazing shirt.
Abortions are awesome.
Abortions are amazing. I remember my
awesome.
first 5.
Get your 10th abortion free.
Yeah, you get the clip card.
Get the card. Don't lose that card.
No, looks like it was very important. Okay, so we have a resident expert on Nicolas Cage films.
On abortion. Oh.
Not on abortion. Maybe both. Who knows? But Nicolas Cage films. What is your top Nicolas Cage film? Because I will go ahead and suggest Wicker Man right off the bat.
You said that was the worst one.
Yeah, that's why I want you to watch it.
Best.
So
Yeah,
I should watch that one first?
It's amazingly bad.
There's two genres of Nicolas Cage films.
It-
Movies that are actually good and ones that are so shitty that they're good.
Yeah, the first is a very small group. It's like the icing, and then the rest...
he's got some good flicks. He does.
Okay,
have some good
I will
ones.
say there are a couple of good ones. I will agree with that. I actually thought National Treasure was good, the first one.
Okay, you were wrong, but that's okay.
I thought National Treasure was entertaining.
Hmm.
I'm not saying it was good from like he's gonna win an Oscar. No. I mean, it was good as in it was like a summer fun movie
Holy
that's
shit.
complete horseshit on history, but it's good in the way that the Da Vinci Code was good.
Let's wrap this up. We got to talk about Lee.
Yeah, okay.
Move it. Move
But
this. Move
Wicker
the show
Man.
along.
Best scene. They pour a wicker basket onto his head and pour bees in it like it's just water, right?
Okay.
Like, here's a thing of bees, drip, and the bees just all go in the thing. And then Nicolas Cage, in case you didn't know what was going on, decides to just shout the word bees in like the worst bit of cinema ever, and the bees are like getting in his mouth. So the natural reaction would be stop shouting bees, right? Like, bad idea. But yeah, the movie is terrible. You should start there and then watch
Okay.
other Nicolas Cage movies. But watch that one like ready to know it's awful.
Okay.
Best worst Nicolas Cage movie is still Season of the Witch. The best good Nicolas Cage movie is Raising Arizona.
I've never seen Raising Arizona. What's that about?
That's the best. That's the first Coen Brothers flick.
Yeah, I think that's a Coen Brothers movie. I've seen some of those, and those are good.
It's about they kidnap a baby because the Holly Hunter can't have one, and Nicolas Cage is like a criminal who sticks up like gas stations and whatnot. She's a cop. They can't adopt, so they steal one of the 5 like quintuplets from Nathan, Arizona, who is a rich furniture owner. It's an excellent film.
Okay.
Why would you steal a baby from the rich? You steal a baby from the poor. They probably
Because
won't
they
miss
had
it.
so many babies that they wouldn't miss one. That was their logic. It's a Coen Brothers film. What do you want? What do you want, man? I don't know.
Man, I feel like we have 5 babies, but there are only 4 here. Fuck it.
No, they knew that they would notice. They just figured they'd be less hurt by stealing someone's only baby.
Right. They only stole 1/10 of their children.
That's right. Exactly.
All right.
Got
So,
it.
that being said, there's some recommendations for you. I might add National Treasure and also Ghost Rider.
Okay.
And you can find
I
out
do like
after
comic book movies.
you can
Yeah,
find
Ghost
out
Rider
after
sounds-
you watch those whether I'm being serious or not, and I'll give
Okay.
you a hint.
I recommend Finding Nemo.
That
Okay.
wasn't a Nicolas Cage movie. wasn't it?
It's my favorite movie.
I recommend
so-
Lethal Weapon. Like let's just name non-Nicolas Cage movies.
Well, there are a lot of better non-Nicolas Cage movies. than there
Braveheart.
are.
Great.
Finding
Have you
Nemo,
seen
Finding
Braveheart?
Is Mel
Dory.
Gibson like a fully developed Nicolas Cage? Is that what's happening?
Yeah,
That's
I
right.
mean, he's essentially
Okay.
later in life Nicolas Cage. I think.
Okay,
Mm.
fair.
Okay. Anyway, back to League. Vladimir, you're playing.
Back to League.
What do
'cause
you
we've been
Yeah,
talking
so
about League.
all right, I'm learning a new champion. I don't do that, and so like figuring out even how to do that's been weird. I did the standard like, what's this build for this champion? Then I tried to look up some videos on YouTube, and how do you play this champion? Most of the videos were crap, by the way. They just were like people showing off how good they were at Vladimir, or like overly explaining really basic shit that I kind of already could figure out on my own. So I still don't know like what the best route is for like pre-gaming yourself for learning a champion, but that's the best I had. I'm kind of a hands-on learner anyway, so I just started a game. Right? Here's how the first game goes. I won, by the way. Won my first game with Vladimir. Anybody want to guess my KDA?
6-9-0.
You actually got the middle number right. I had 9 deaths.
I think I played with you.
Was it
I was
1 and 9?
I was 0-9 and 14.
Boom.
Yeah, I think I had like second most assists in the game. It's pretty good. I was like assist Vlad. So no, we start out the game right, and I'm just kind of like reading through everything, look at the itemization page for Vlad. It's my first time kind of like logging in as this champion in Summer's Rift, and my team goes to invade, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna do anything about it. I'm just gonna let them do that. I'm gonna read my stuff and be chill. Go to my turret, sit there, and just like be, I'm playing mid lane Vlad, by the way. And so then they go towards the enemy blue buff, and I'm like, they're looking kind of alone over there, and so I'm like, fuck it, I'll just walk over there. So I do. Of course, the enemy team has gone down through the tri-brush the other way, and is actually sitting at our red, so they catch me out, and I die first blood within the first minute and a half of the game. So going strong already, right? And then I come back up, and I start to head to mid tower, and our Katarina just decides, hey, I'm going to be a mid laner now. Vlad, you go top. So I'm like, okay. So then I'm like late to lane, right? And I'm against a Renekton, and I instantly get killed in lane. as soon as I walk into lane by a level 2 Renekton.
Welcome to Vlad.
So I'm like, fuck everything. I hate this already. I want out. But I stuck with it the rest of the week. I did end up playing 4 more games. It's kind of been like, it took me like the 3rd or 4th game to like figure out like what the Q was doing. I even had to ask somebody what was up with the empowered Q. Now I understand trading a little bit better in lane. I don't know how, like, so here's where I'm at right now is like, I have previously not interacted with my laner at all. That was my style as a control mage. It was just to farm and be safe and be fine. And if, if I need to roam to help somebody or like play macro wise, like I can do that. But I don't really interact on the like, I'm going to 1v1 you bro sort of level with my lane opponent. And Vlad, I think, is the kind of champion that's supposed to do that. He's supposed to like trade until they're low enough and then all in. And I don't know how to solo kill anyone. The team fighting stuff is not that hard. His ult is ridiculous. And as soon as there's any sort of like confusion, you can usually like get on somebody and kill them as an opportunity sort of kill. But like actually, like that when all their focus is on you and all your focus is on them, like I can stay alive, but I like cannot figure out for the life of me what mechanical outplays I need to have happen in order to kill someone. Yeah, because they seem to know my empowered Q and all those things. They seem to have as much information about the champion as I do. So I'm kind of like, oh.
So let me see if I can help you out right off the bat. Because as a former Vlad main.
Oh, really?
No.
Okay.
You sold it well.
Yeah, well, I did. There was like a little while.
You've played way more champions than I will ever play.
There was a little while where I played Vlad top.
Okay.
And it wasn't great, but I got a feel for the champion, and he's like super fun. So it fit more my style of like, I want to be in your ass like all the time, like dive on in,
like an alcohol drenched.
My style fits double style totally differently, but same
power
thing.
top, baby.
Power top.
Sustain back, get right
back. Called double the jackhammer in certain circles. Because he gets on and he just bounces till he's done. Concrete shatters.
Finish it. And then there's a pool at the end.
But, Vlad and I, like, we both got together because, we're both leaders. Hey, I love that you just say, "What up, John?" to Astro's dad. Like, one, he can hear you, and two, he actually knows you. Like, oh, that's Nicolas Cage shirt guy. Hey, I appreciate your.
John go way back.
To Astro.
If a guy in a Nicolas Cage shirt said "Hey" and acted like he knew you, would you pretend any differently? No. I would just go right along with it.
Like,
folks, nothing to see here.
Yo. So anyway, Vlad and I go a long way back. We're both bleeders. So.
Ooh, very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice tie-in.
What the fuck is this podcast, dude?
So, anyway, I can probably help you out a little bit. So, like, if you play Vlad, like you talked about, I don't know how to 1v1, right?
Yeah.
And, like, Vlad is not necessarily like, I'm just going to 1v1 you constantly. It's a whittle.
Yeah, it's a whittle.
Like, the whole goal is to control the minion wave, be able to put a lot of pressure down. You've got AoE for wave clear, so if you need to do that, you can push the wave. You got a ton of tools to trade with because you have so much sustain in his kit that, you use that to be abusive, right?
Sure.
And the whole point is that you don't want them to 1v1 you until you've whittled them.
Right, until you know for sure it's going to work.
Right. And so at that point, it's all about just knowing what your overall damage is with your ult on them, with your empowered abilities, and like what all you can get off quickly.
Sure. I actually understand that part. My issue is keeping up with them when they just walk away from me. Like, I can't seem to pursue them.
Okay, well, here's the thing. If you're trading on them at all, like in the laning phase, like you are doing damage to them, even if they walk away, that's fine, because your cooldowns will come back And if you get them low enough, you can just walk up and blast them under tower and then go pool right
Okay.
out.
What keystone?
I'm running Phase Rush.
Okay.
I've never used Phase Rush before, so it often procs, and I don't know what procced it. Like, I mean, I understand, like, logically what happened. But, like, I don't have any intuition around it at all. It just kind of, like, goes off.
That'll
and
come
I'm
with
like,
time.
oh, shit. I guess I should run at them now.
Yeah.
And then it wears off, and I'm not, yeah.
I accidentally ran Comet on Vlad with my support page. Whoops. Worked okay, I guess, but would not
I
recommend.
mean, that's not the worst thing you can do, right?
Yeah,
Like,
no, it's not the worst because it has an AP ratio, but it also, like, I had shit that gives you mana on my room page. That
Okay.
didn't really help.
Yeah, that's true. So quickly then, a few more questions.
Mhm.
But like, so Rylai's seems really awesome. Like I've been building that. When should I get that? Should I get that? Like, am I using that as a crutch more or less to like keep up with people?
I don't think that. Okay, so old school Vlad had like a 4 core item set.
Okay.
And it's really fucked up to say anybody has 4 core items.
Yeah, that is because most games don't go that long.
Right. And it also doesn't give you a whole lot of flexibility in like how you build, right? But those
No.
4 core items were Zanya's, Rylai's,
Leandries.
maybe not really,
Okay.
but Zanya's, Rylai's, Spirit Visage, and it was one of the
Voidstone.
the one with the little gun on it that gives you additional life drain. I can't
Gunblade?
remember. Well, yeah.
Gunblade?
Well, it was like that, but it was the other one.
DFG.
Death
don't
Fire Grasp? Holy shit.
That's a reference.
Oh my
That,
god.
that would be an old one. But it built out of that fucking gun thing that gave you extra sustain on your abilities. Because he would
That would've
rush
been
that.
Gunblade.
Yeah, he
Hextech Revolver.
yeah, Hextech Revolver. It would build into the out of Hextech. But
Well,
now
then
you
it's
go
It's a
Hextech
Gunblade.
into the thing that bursts at them.
Proto Belt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
now it's Proto Belt.
Mm-hmm.
But before it was those 3 core items and then the Hextech item. But then the Hextech item died. So I think that got replaced with Proto Belt. But I'm not up on my Vlad.
Yeah,
so-
Proto Belt is the first item you build with him, according to the build guide that I was using.
I'm
You
seeing
have,
a
like-
lot of Spellbinder.
Yeah, you have 3 or 4 main items. You have Protobell, Hourglass, Deathcap, and Spellbinder or Morello.
Yeah,
Um,
that's what I'm seeing on pro builds.
The thing about Vlad is it's kind of like a Riven early, where it's like you want to get CDR
Oh,
super
I think we
early.
lost Zill's camera feed. Zill, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry.
Okay. Sorry,
Um,
didn't mean to interrupt. You go right ahead.
Just
But
He looks
interrupts
the
my
same as he
story
did
in
2
the
seconds ago. It's
I
so
mean, yeah.
go for it.
it's like a
um,
little circular picture of his face. Same thing. Doesn't move. Whatever. Go on.
So like Vlad's kind of like you need to get CDR early because it helps your laning like instantly. Because the more your Q's up, the more sustain you have, and like, we're back in the wind tunnel.
He's back.
Jazz
Um,
hands.
Another thing is like if you're into like an AD matchup, you build just early Seekers and then you finish your Proto Belt.
Seeker's Arm Guard? Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Got it.
If
I mean,
you're
that's
super,
yeah, that makes sense.
if you're
for a lot of
super
mages.
far ahead, like if you do get a solo kill, if you do have like a huge minion lead, Death Cap, you can go Proto Belt into Death Cap. Like
Okay.
you have like your 4 main items that you're looking to build. I even think Void Staff is really strong on them.
That's popular.
So it's just kind of like it doesn't really depend so much on like what you're playing against, but more so what your power is relative to like your champion, because your champion's just disgustingly broken.
Well, that's
fucking
nice to
Vlad.
know.
I
Let's
also
see.
see that you're running magical footwear instead of perfect timing. I think you'll probably get better value out of perfect timing.
Okay, I looked up 2 recommended builds, and both of them had footwear on it, but they may have been outdated.
But footwear
since they
got
patched.
nerfed, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. That's a good point.
And I think if you're going to build Azanias, if you know you're going to build Azanias, man, like perfect timing is 600 free fucking gold.
Yeah, you're right.
And a free, get out of jail free card.
That's better than free boots. Got it.
Way better than free boots. Because you don't have to back for it either. So you save yourself, you get an even better engage.
It's true.
I see a lot of magical footwear.
Now, keep in mind, like, some of the mechanical things with Vlad, right, is you can actually hold down your E and then flash with your E charging.
Real quickly, am I supposed to use that on AutoCast or no?
Well, I like to do everything on QuickCast.
Okay.
But if you do it on QuickCast, you have to hold it down. If you do it on like SlowCast, you can just press it and then press it again to activate it.
Fuck that.
Yeah, fuck that. Is how I feel.
But you can do it like and then flash. You can do it and like Proto Belt, I believe, and you can also do it and pool, and that's your big one.
Interesting.
Because
But
if
you have to charge your E before you pull.
right.
Okay.
So like you can finish somebody out. Like if you're at like sliver health,
Mm-hmm.
your pool at max rank is off cooldown in like 1 or 2 seconds. Like it's super fast after you charge it to be back off cooldown. It's pretty much
Okay.
up like all the time. So what you can do is if they like, let's say you're low, you burn your whole rotation of abilities and then use Zanya's.
Okay.
By the time Zanya's ends, you should have a lot of those back up. You can hold down E, then pool. They can't hit you because you're untargetable, but your E will still go off and kill them.
Oh, even in pool?
Yeah.
I did not
Okay.
know that.
I didn't know that either. That's cool. It's just a matter of hitting it before you pull. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You can also actually do it like you can hold down your E and charge it and then go into Zanya's.
Yeah, your pull's on a lot longer than a 2-second cooldown at max rank, dude.
Yeah, it should.
Yeah,
I think you
what
meant
I'm
as
saying
E.
is E is what I'm saying.
You
not
meant
the
the
pool.
E, not the pool.
If I said pool, I said the wrong thing, but it was.
I was going
E.
to call you out on it, but Astros needs confidence.
I figured I'd let Astros take this one.
Hey, I can't be the dick all the time.
But yeah, Vlad's E cooldown is what I'm talking about. And it's like ludicrously short.
Okay, got it.
Tides of Blood cooldown
should
goes
you-
to
should you
5
always-
seconds at max rank. With
So what's with
CDR.
charging that? Should I always be trying to charge that to full charge, or like, is there a reason to like proc it early and as a like standard practice? I
Well,
don't
if
know.
they start walking out of your range, I think charging E slows you.
It does. It slows you by 20% over the last half of a second.
Yeah, but then it slows them after it pops, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but if they walk out of the range because you're slowed and then it pops,
Well,
like,
and-
1, you lose your damage. 2, it costs you HP to use your E. And
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it also, like I said, it deals more damage the longer you charge it.
Okay.
So,
So it's just about their proximity. That's all.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's damage the longer you charge it. So if you get the
but he
full
means
charge
when
off,
he
you
has
do the most
to.
possible
When does he
damage.
have to charge it, and when doesn't he? Like,
Yeah,
Should
well, I
he
mean,
always be looking to charge it? Like, does he always just hold it until it blows up? Is what I got from his question.
Yeah, that's
yeah, don't
Astros is right.
let him get away from you, but
Okay. Yeah.
wait as long as you can, I guess is the gist
Okay.
of it.
Cool. Fine.
So, and you
That
know,
makes
keep
sense.
in mind,
And the Spirit Visage. So I
Yeah.
wasn't building that at all. I kind of thought that was like a Vlad top thing, and then mid Vlad is different. Is that true? Or
Depends on game.
okay.
yeah, I would
It's
say
not really a core item on him, but if you're into like AP mid, AP support, AP jungle, then it's probably worth
Okay.
pick up.
Yeah, like I said, the core items have changed, but it did used to be like Vlad literally had 4 core items every game, and that was kind of a weakness for him because he didn't have a lot of flex.
Right.
You know?
And his items are all pretty expensive.
And
They
yeah,
are.
and his items are all very expensive. But now it looks like they're taking him in a more like mage route.
He's just more broken right now.
And I mean, keep in mind, like
Okay.
old Vlad didn't used to really have like he needed Rylai's because the a slow would let you keep on somebody for way longer. I mean, I still think he kind of needs Rylai's anyway. Do you guys agree with that?
I-
I felt like I wasn't a champion until I had Rylai's.
Well,
I'm not
I
seeing
think,
any pros use that. Let me double check. But
the only reason I could see rallies being like something that you need to pick up is if like you have the damage, but you just need like a little bit more health, and you don't want to build into something that's like a Spirit Visage or some like full tank commitment item. Like
Mhm.
with Phase Rush and Proto Belt,
Well, okay,
you're
so maybe Spellbinder is just the replacement item. Because instead of making everyone else slow, you go fast.
well, yeah, you have that, you have
Mm.
Phase Rush,
That's
and you
that's a good
have
point.
you'll have
And
Spellbinders.
you also have Proto
Yeah.
Belt to
Yeah.
move forward quicker too.
And if you land your E slow, like nobody's outrunning you.
Yeah. So I mean,
So
yeah,
I,
it looks
I
like
noticed there's a weird interaction with E and Protobelt because what I was trying to do is like charge E and then Protobelt, but you can't do that while you're charging E. It won't let you.
well, supposedly you can if you like stupid cast it. This is what some of
Okay.
the forums say. Like if you slow cast it, you can.
I'll go find out.
But I'm
Okay.
not 100% on that because, like I said, I haven't. I played Vlad like old Vlad before he got updated
Yeah.
with the E changes. Like that's when I played Vlad. So
Yeah, a lot of these
like I said,
questions
a
I'm
lot of the
asking are
stuff is
pretty
different.
minutia, like are fine detail questions. So, I when I've learned champions before, I've like found a streamer who only played that champion,
hmm
and that's been like the most helpful way for me to learn. Do you guys have like? Do you know where I could find that more or less, or like, is there any famous people you know?
Reddit, Vlad mains.
Reddit,
Any-
Vlad means.
anytime I'm looking for champion specific stuff, I think the best place to start looking is the Reddit thread because there's a main Reddit main page for every champion.
Yeah,
And
the
just
Zillion
scroll
one is
down because
completely
somebody has
fake.
asked that question. Oh really? Oh yeah, the Zillion one. You need to start that, bud. You need to be the change in the world.
I
you wanna
need to
see.
be the guy. I know.
That's right. But for somebody like Vlad, there's definitely going to be somebody who's posted this question of like, who are the best streamers for this champion?
Sure.
And that's how. I mean, even for somebody shitty like Warwick, I've found a couple guys just on Warwick mates.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I think that's always my first stop if I'm looking to learn a new champion. As I go to the Reddit thread and try to find who are not necessarily the best stream. Like it depends what you mean by best streamers. I don't want the best players.
I don't
who only play
either. I want
Vlad.
the people who will like comment,
Yeah.
have good commentary while they're playing about what they're doing and why. I mean, like
I even think it's better to
cliche.
have
You
somebody.
guys can roll your eyes, but like IPAV 999 with Timo, like helped me get from bronze 3 to gold 1 with that champion just by
Yeah.
watching his stream.
And if you can
And,
find
like-
somebody that's not too super popular, then your chances of getting actual interaction from them are way better too.
Well, that's the thing is I would like get up on Tuesday mornings when he'd be playing and like just ask questions and he would answer them straight live on stream.
Mhm.
It was awesome.
Yeah, I think that's your best bet is finding that right streamer that's informative, doesn't have a million people in their Twitch chat bombarding him, and then I mean, shit, throw him $3 on fucking a donation.
Yeah, sure.
And that's a great way to get favors with people. Is just like getting somebody's. When you throw money at somebody, they tend to be really nice at you.
tend to get their
you know,
ass
especially at
tattooed.
As somebody who regularly has money thrown at them,
There are
I
these
can
clubs
agree with
for
this.
gentlemen where that happens.
That's true.
There are.
Oh, you
that'd be
say
my
like
advice.
there are like anybody doubted you that strip clubs exist?
No, I don't know what these strip clubs are. I'm talking about gentlemen's clubs, Blake.
Yeah,
Only
they
they're for gentlemen. Okay.
oh no,
Yeah.
Fred. Everybody wears a top hat in those things.
That's right. Check your
At
monocle
least
at
a
the door
tie.
and your pocket watch. Make sure that doesn't get stolen by one of these wayward strumpets.
So,
You
Bill,
gotta be careful.
Dill, I hate to tell you this, but I looked up Vlad, and then I went to u.gg and I looked up one tricks, and I put in NA, and there are none.
A lot of the
Wait.
Vlad
There-
one tricks are EU players.
Yeah, there's just no one tricks whatsoever.
So, like, I
apparently.
once again found a champion that's unpopular. Cool.
Well, no.
Wow.
There are some in like Brazil. There's a shit ton of Brazilian Vlads.
I'll bet those guys know what's up.
And you know why? Because Vlad is hot-blooded. Latin spice.
Crickets.
Yeah, I know that was a miss.
Also,
that was
you
that
cannot
was just a dad
E.
joke.
You
I'm gonna
cannot
keep
E
it.
Proto Belt.
You cannot eat.
I do
Proto
not.
Belt?
No.
Yeah.
The
I
only
knew
thing
that.
you can do is
It grays out. It like
Yeah.
makes me angry. It like grays out when you put your E on. Ugh.
So yeah, it looks like the major build items are Protobelt, Spellbinder, Rabadons, Morellos, Zanyas, and then Magi's.
It took me like you saying Spellbinder like 3 times to understand what item you're talking about. That item is never built by anyone, and I play Cassiopeia, who like has that on her list. But yeah, ugh.
Yeah, but like I said, Vlad's super dangerous, like, if he can get on you, and that's what those 2 items do. And that's what Rylai's used to do. And like I said, the best part, Vlad's deal was that, he had that deal that gave him, like, HP to AP ratios. So
Okay.
all of those, like, synergy items, right? Where it'd be like AP item that gives you a whole lot of health were really good.
Yeah.
But let me.
Okay.
Okay, do you have any other Vlad points you want to talk about, or?
I don't. I guess just kind of open it up. For like the last part of this is just like what do you guys do when learning new champions? What's been your practice? You do this a lot, Papa. I don't, and the rest of you do a lot in comparison. So I don't know.
I change champions every week.
Yeah, you do. You change roles and champions more frequently than most. So I don't know. Like what's up with that? Because I'm not into change.
So like for me, I don't change roles ever. Like that's
Same.
your
I've
knowledge.
I've always been a mid main.
Right. So your knowledge of a role will help fill in the gaps on changing styles and champions.
Yeah.
Because you have a background of knowledge. That being said, it can also be a burden to you because you're changing play styles completely. Right? So like if, for example, playing Thresh is nothing like playing Lulu, but it wouldn't be a very difficult transition to go from Thresh to like Blitzcrank.
Yeah.
Right? So that being said, whenever you pick a style, you have to stick with that champion or champions of that style to break mental blocks, and that's going to be your biggest problem to acclimate is because you're used to non-interactive mids, and you're going to have to snap that cycle in order to grow into this champion.
Yeah.
And it's going to be very frustrating, and you're going to feel like you're doing a shit job, and then you'll hit like a point. There's always that point of like expertise on a champion where you finally feel like you just kind of get it, right? And it's like some champions it's astronomically high, like Riven, Lee Sin, all that shit. There's like the win rate will bump up a ton. Right? And like with Vlad, you can go to. Have you ever been to Champion GG, Zil?
I mean, yeah, probably.
Okay. So
Yeah,
Vlad's win rate, you can look at his win rate by a whole bunch of different factors. Right? And it categorizes win rate, but I think in like Plat Plus games, like so it doesn't tries to get good data. But if the game is over in 0 to 20 minutes, Vlad's win rate is 45%. At 25 to 30 minutes, it's 48%. 30 to 40 minutes, still 48%. 40 minutes plus, 52%. So he is an absolute late game terror.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, that's the kind of champion I like, so I'm down.
Okay. Then if you look at percent win rate by games played, right? This is how many times you have played Vlad versus the overall win rate. Vlad's overall win rate is 48%. If somebody plays Vlad 1 to 50 games, their win rate is 49%. If they play Vlad 51 to 100 games, it jumps up to 55%.
That's crazy. Yeah. Nice.
So that is pretty much the answer to your question.
45 games to go.
Yeah, 45 games to go, and you'll be a monster, right?
That's actually good. So my plan was to try and do 2 games a day. So I can hit that as quickly as possible. I feel like that's reasonable, but I've had someone living in my house in my room for the past week, so that's been difficult. But yeah, that's my next track.
So, and I mean, just to compare, like if I put Lee Sin in here, yeah, Lee Sin's win rate goes up substantially at 51 to 100 games, but it doesn't peak until over 201 games.
Oh my fucking god.
So that gives you an idea of kind of the shit I'm talking about.
Okay,
right?
sure. Yeah, that makes sense.
But yeah, oh my god, Riven, same thing. Riven doesn't peak till over 200 games.
Well, at least I'm not learning a Riven. I mean, 50 games is a lot different than 200.
Yeah. So, yeah, there you have it, man. Like, that's what you're going to try to do. It's just, you need to spam games. That absolutely like, that has to happen. Right? But
Yep.
at the same time, you need to make sure you're not playing Vlad like he is Zillion.
Yeah. Well, I already know that, like, because when I find myself hanging back and like slowly losing,
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that feeling. So like, it's motivating me to get out there. I understand that instantaneously, like in lane phase. I do really team fighting as Vlad is really fun though. I
It
really enjoy
really
that.
is, because you
Holy shit, that ult is fucked.
Well, the funny thing is like if they focus you,
Yeah,
then your team wins, and if they
Yes!
focus your team, then you win.
yeah, I win. I clean up. That's exactly how that works. Oh my god! And the thing is, it clicked. It clicked the first team fight. The first team fight it happened. That's how things went down. I threw my ult. I hit an ult on 5 people, and Kaisa killed everyone, and I died. And then I think the third team fight, they killed her first, and then I killed 3 people.
You know
And it
what's
was
the worst is whenever you're like, you initiate a fight with Vlad because they have to deal with you, and you're like, yeah, my team will clean up, and your team's like, he's dead.
Oh god, I've not experienced that yet. I've experienced well, maybe I have, and I just didn't notice it. I have been chased down several times out of a team fight I was trying to escape. But yeah.
Because I gotta
That
tell you
sounds
this, that's
like no
like the
fun.
moment on Zillion whenever they're like dying or they're coming out of Zanya's and you throw 2 bombs on top of the gold person, and you're just like, hooray! They're gonna get stunned the second they come out, and then somebody walks up and eats the bomb before the thing goes off, and you're like, God damn it. That's like your Vlad moment where you solo engage and then they don't do anything. You're just like,
Yeah.
I hate this. I hate life.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. Yeah, if you guys like, are we done with this? We done with Vlad?
I think we're just I think that's about it.
You got to take the pills.
Take
Take
the pills.
You got to take the pills.
Yeah,
He's
make
a bleeder.
sure if you're the third
You're
person
playing a
from
game
the
before
door,
lunch. Make
you're
sure
the
that
last
bitch
guy.
gives you the fucking pills. I'll tell
Oh
you that.
man, they didn't give you the pills? Oh shit, here, take them now. Motherfucker! Like, I'm not
Don't
a
worry,
doctor,
Mr.
I know
Fields.
that shit doesn't work. You'll be fine.
No matter what happens, we're all going to lunch in 30 minutes.
I have got a salad with my name on it in the employee
Indeed.
fridge, and I will be damned if I wait 10 minutes for your pills to kick in, asshole.
Fucking
Get up there!
scallops.
Have the
Special.
most terrifying surgery of your life. We're good. I got scallops on this shit. Those go bad
Okay.
fast.
Fast. Super fast.
So,
Fuck, you're bleeding.
fucking bleeders.
Fucking bleeding.
Fucking bleeders, man.
It is.
All right.
It is. Go ahead.
So, yeah, thank you guys. I appreciate everybody coming on. And if we have any other stuff that we want to cover, if you guys liked episodes like this, let me know and we'll do
How
more
is
of
anyone
them.
gonna like this episode?
I don't know, the second half or the
The
first
first
half. You need to say what part of it you actually liked for
Tune
feedback
in next week when I
purposes.
talk about the time I got a hemorrhoid cut out of my asshole for the first 30 minutes. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Come on
It's
in.
funny.
I've had a couple like
That
surgeries
catheter
with
had a
moving
mind of its
toenails from
own.
my toes, so I can do that.
Yeah,
We're gonna live
next week,
stream Astro's eye
bunions.
surgery.
You know, like the shit writes itself. Why are we even bothering planning anything? Seems negligent.
So this is what happens when we don't plan anything.
No, we did plan something. We just decided to talk about eye surgery
Nobody
first.
planned the eye surgery. That
No,
came
we
out of
planned something. It just wasn't that. That's the
Nobody
difference here.
expects the LASIK Blake story eye surgery.
Well, I mean, realistically, I've had that story sitting in the wings since I was like 18.
What wing? What wing?
It's just ready. It's ready to go. But nobody has ever given me a good eye surgery segue where they're like, "Hey, let's talk
You
about
didn't
eye
even let me
surgery."
finish like my story.
No, because
took
this is
so
my
long.
time. I've been waiting 17 years for this.
See this story? This is my story. I'm taking it back. I'm taking them all back.
I like every day I go to sleep and I'm like, I wonder if I'm gonna be able to tell my eye surgery story today. No transition.
And your wife just thought it was the Ambien talking all these years, but no.
Nope, totally wasn't. It was just waiting for this moment. You know? Anyway, alright, we're wrapping it up. This is it. We're done today.
Community games and stuff, Discord people, thank you.
Hey,
no, Patreon people, thank you.
yeah,
Discord
those people.
Yeah.
Discord
Make sure-
people, you're alright.
They're the
Stick
same
around.
people.
All people. We love you all. And on the note of loving all people, hey, recently there's been some shit said in the chat, in the Discord, in the community, and without going into it, that's not okay. And we put it in our Discord rules that crap is not okay. So this is the second form of notice that I've given out, but dude, LOLA is an open community. We want to make everybody feel welcome. We do not use any kind of negative language that would implicate somebody's like race.
For the record, I was
sexual
there. Nobody
orientation.
was called anything. So it was nobody was don't if you're tuning in, no, we don't call people this and we don't tolerate that specifically. But we also don't tolerate the use of any words, objectively certain words. So
Right. So use your imagination to fill in the blanks of what those actually are.
Farfignugan.
That one's all right. That one will pass the standard. But, yeah, that's not okay. We're an open place. I don't want to make anybody feel uncomfortable. I don't want to make anybody feel like they don't belong here because they do. And if it comes down to that, you don't belong here if you're using hate speech.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
So,
Unless
I mean,
it's
I
against Canadians.
feel as though that goes without being said, but yeah.
And
You had
yet,
to say
here we
it.
are saying it.
Here I am saying it. Anyway, just to be fair, because I don't arbitrarily ban people, but this isn't arbitrary anymore. This is the third warning. The first was in announcements, the second's in server rules, and the third is now.
Right.
Anybody moving forward, dude, you're done. I'm just banning you because I don't want that in my community. So, boom. Okay.
Boom.
That being said, and also come join the community. Just don't use hate speech. I feel like that also needs to be said.
Also,
It's
yeah.
like,
If you
we're
don't use
open.
these
We're
words,
welcome.
please come on in. Yeah,
yeah, just don't be an asshole. That's kind of the number one rule of LOLA is just don't be an asshole.
I'm the only exception.
Oh,
Yeah.
baby, you're so adorable.
We needed that
license to be
spice.
Astro's so adorable.
We just needed that spice.
I'm an
on the
asshole. Oh, Padawan learner.
podcast. Yeah, I feel like I'm like the Sith Lord asshole
Yeah,
that
for
like
real.
just
You're
cleaned
just
out
waiting
like
for
a
a
whole.
real asshole to show up and slaughter you like the youngling asshole that you really are.
I got my lightsaber today. I'm like, done. Yeah, well, I have the high ground.
John just walks in and decapitates poor Astros right here on the podcast.
Zill, have you seen Star
Do me
Wars?
the favor.
I have. That movie series has a long history for me. But I saw episode 4, whatever the first one was, right? A New
Yeah.
Hope.
Mm.
You,
That was
Um,
the first one you saw.
Well, yeah.
Good.
Okay.
Oh, fuck.
No,
So
you didn't watch the prequels first? Like, no.
I really
don't.
feel like.
Oh, wait, no,
this-
he's right.
this was
Okay.
before the
No, that's
prequels.
good. Good.
Okay,
No,
so
all right.
here's the deal. My dad tried to show me these movies because he thought they were amazing, but my mom got really upset about it. So basically, I watched the first one,
Well,
and
hold
then
on.
halfway.
Was this like in the
No, we don't
Amish
hold
community?
on. Keep going. We don't hold
Did
on.
he like have to make you a flip book of the movie or something?
Zill,
or-
ignore him.
Just
Ignore
yeah.
All
him.
right, fine.
I'm with
Going.
Astros here.
So here's the deal. Yeah, we're gonna like not answer Amish questions for a while. However, so this is what's going on. So I watched the first one. Then halfway through, Empire Strikes Back. Right, he's got his X-wing in the swamp. Basically, there's a huge fight in my household. My mom is
Spoiler warning.
no,
Watch
like
out.
you can't watch movies. Like you can't watch Star Wars. Like this is of the devil. And so turns it off and is like furious. And I don't watch the end of this movie for 7 years till I leave the house.
Oh my god, that would be
I
the
didn't-
worst.
I didn't know that he got his X-wing out of the swamp. I didn't know that he, how Darth
Can
Vader
you
killed
imagine
Emperor
if the rest
for
of
7
Star Wars?
fucking years.
Can you imagine if the
It's
rest of
Yoda
Star
and
Wars
young
took
Luke.
place in a swamp?
Some
Like, that's
intergalactic swamp, Star Wars, Brokeback Mountain between a Muppet and young Luke Skywalker.
How is Brokeback Mountain involved in this? I'm confused.
All right,
Anyway,
all right.
Who
never
else
mind.
are they gonna fuck
No,
on that?
we're done. We're done. We're done.
Somebody's getting
No,
laid
I just-
after that
somebody's
long in
getting
a
laid.
swamp.
Star Wars is a very close place in my heart for this very reason, because I remember I was very excited to finish that.
By the way, to be fair, Yoda kind of does look like what I would imagine the devil to look like if I lived in like.
That's what my mom thought. She quoted him and was like, "You must unlearn what you have learned. That's of the devil." And I
Do
was
or
like,
do
"Oh."
not. There is no try. Says
Yes,
the devil.
that's also demonic.
Yeah. Okay. So that being said, congratulations on actually watching Star Wars. I'm proud of
Good
you. on
job.
that.
Yeah,
I'm
and
glad
then
I
I-
can
All right,
at least
congratulations. We're ending
Now,
the
Jar
episode.
Jar Binks is of the fucking. That is true.
Yeah, if she had said
He was-
Jar Jar Binks and she's like, "We're
Partly
done
right.
here," then I would understand your mother's concern.
Yeah.
Or if she saw the actor who played Anakin Skywalker in the second and third movies, then I would
Now, see,
understand.
that acting is the worst acting I've ever seen.
You guys
You
want
know
to
Anakin
put my headset on my
Skywalker.
dog?
You know the worst part of the third prequel?
Sand, it gets everywhere.
No, no.
Just
It's the
stop.
part where
Just stop.
it's the part where he finds out that he's killed Padme, and they're like, "No, in your rage you killed her," and then he's like, "No!" And right as he's having that moment where he's like, "No!" They put the voice modulating helmet on, and it goes, "No!"
Can we get one
And
of those helmets for Blake's stories?
it would actually make my.
I just remember that he was
more
a bleeder during that.
like, oh,
Motherfucker,
he's a bleeder.
how did Obi-Wan could have just tipped that motherfucker in the lava? I hit
Just
you!
give him a little push.
The fuck, man. Just
It's like,
putt.
nope, I'm gonna leave
Tiger
you
Woods
here.
put his ass right in the fucking lava.
I'm on
Just-
fire. Yeah, that's
Yes.
like kind of a dick
Obi-Wan
move. He
couldn't do
was
that, he
on
was
fire.
Happy Gilmore could have hit that putt. Could have just sank his ass right then and there. Adam
we go play
Sandler
some
just shows
games?
up. Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do that. All right,
him with a good night.
let's round this shit up. Good night, everybody.
Holy.